right track. She's been through here as well. Ah, it's one of the infamous Nordic puzzle doors. How quaint. Without the matching claw, they're normally impossible to open. Since I'm certain Carlia already did away with it, we're on our own. Fortunately, these doors have a weakness if you know how to exploit it. Quite simple, really. Carlia's close, I'm certain of it. Now let's get moving. Do you honestly think your arrow will reach me before my blade finds your heart?
Give me a reason to try.
You're a clever girl, Carlia. Buying Golden Glow Estate and funding Haunting Brew Meadery was inspired.
To ensure an enemy's defeat, you must first undermine his allies. It was the first lesson Gallus taught us.
You always were a quick study.
Not quick enough, otherwise Gallus would still be alive.
Gallus had his wealth and he had you. All he had to do was look the other way.
Did you forget the oath we took as Nightingales? Did you expect him to simply ignore your methods?
Enough of this mindless banter. Come, Carlia. It's time for you and Gallus to become reunited.
I'm no fool, Mercer. Crossing blades with you would be a death sentence, but I can promise the next time we meet, it will be your undoing.
How interesting. It appears Gallus's history has repeated itself. Carlia has provided me the means to be rid of you, and this ancient tomb becomes your final resting place. But do you know what intrigues me the most? The fact that this was all possible because of you. Farewell. I'll be certain to give Brynjolf your regards.
Easy. Easy. Don't get up so quickly. How are you feeling? No, I saved your life. My arrow was tipped with a unique paralytic poison. It slowed your heart and kept you from bleeding out. Had I intended to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. My original intention was to use that arrow on Mercer, but I never had a clear shot. I made a split-second decision to get you out of the way, and it prevented your death. More than you'll ever realize. The poison on that arrow took me a year to perfect. I only had enough for a single shot. All I had hoped was to capture Mercer alive. Mercer must be brought before the Guild to answer for what he's done. He needs to pay for Gallus's murder. My purpose in using Snowvale Sanctum to ambush Mercer wasn't simply for irony's sake. Before both of you arrived, I recovered a journal from Gallus's remains. I suspect the information we need is written inside. I wish I knew. The journal is written in some sort of language I've never seen before. Enther. Gallus's friend at the College of Winterhold. Of course. It's the only outsider Gallus trusted with the knowledge of his Nightingale identity. There were 3 of us. Myself, Gallus, and Mercer. We were an anonymous splinter of the Thieves' Guild in Riften. Perhaps I'll tell you more about it later. Right now, you need to head for Winterhold with the journal and get the translation. Here, take these as well. They may prove useful for your journey. Remember, speak only to Enther. Trust no one else.
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
Like some horrible monster
that
was
isn't
turned
yours.
inside out and
You
then
have committed
exploded.
crimes against Skyrim and her
did you
people.
do?
What say you in your defense?
I've already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your college, Nelagar.
All right. But you just watch yourself. Next time I might not be so lenient.
You don't look so good. Are you feeling all right?
Yes, what is it? Carlia? Then she's finally found it. Do you have Gallus's journal? A problem. Let me see it. Ah, this is just like Gallus. A dear friend, but always too clever for his own good. He's written all of the text in the Falmer language. No. However, I know someone who might. The court wizard of Markarth, Calselmo, may have the materials you need to get this journal translated. A word of warning. Calselmo is a fierce guardian of his research. Getting the information won't be easy. Calselmo is stubborn as a mute.
I'm getting out of here.
Sure?
I'm going to enjoy it.
Sure?
This ends now!
Sure?
You can't beat me! This ends now! Slay the dragon!
Sure? Sure?
Somebody help! Money's on the big
Those
one.
fools are actually fighting.
Sure?
And you thought I was just a pretty face.
Sure. Sure.
I'll kill you where you stand.
Somebody help! Are actually fighting!
Hey! Watch what you're doing!
Are you prepared for your death?
I'm going to enjoy this.
exact nature of my research is a secret, but it really is quite valuable. Until next time.
Welcome to
I never would have believed.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
Are you feeling sick? Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors?
Something! Help! Someone!
Thought I heard something. Come on, fight back!
I'll see you.
Never should have come here.
Please, someone do something! By the God!
Over here!
I've had enough of you!
Get away! Get away!
I've suffered worse during training.
What?
Oh?
I knew it!
Is it safe? Is it safe?
There you are!
Your kind has no place here. Skyrim belongs to the Nords!
Leave me alone!
I'll see you first!
Wear it!
Leave me alone!
Just
You remind me of my cousin's cat.
come on, fight back! I love a challenge!
I'll see you.
Get away! Get away!
Terrible and powerful Talos, we, your unworthy servants, give praise for all... More great level, may we... truly reap.
Mercenary work? It might suit you.
It's a shame, isn't
Keep your
it?
hands to yourself.
For we are one. Ere you... But you were once man. Aye. And as man, you said, let me...
Reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. In the old fort, they're
Never should have...
I breathe now in royalty and
I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. Day, friend. Keeping well?
Right. Food and fresh vegetables for sale. Straight from the fields and orchards of White Run to your table.
Pickpockets! Let's go to...
Ripe fruit and fresh vegetables for sale.
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days? Everyone is obsessed with death.
Get away from me.
Ralia, do you ever deal with the Khajiit at all? I'm sure they would love to trade in your husband's steel.
Plenty of people here that need your luck stuff.
Ah! They can barely tolerate our... Been anointed by the ninth. Spread his
My favorite. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Sure, whatever. Spare a coin for a fellow Nord who's down on his luck.
Hey, watch it.
Word is...
By the order of the Jarl. Stop right there.
All right. But you just watch yourself. Next time I might not be so lenient.
Gods. A woman attacked right on the streets. Are you alright? Did you see what happened? I'm so sorry. Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of note. Looks important. My note? No, that's yours. Must have fallen out of your pocket. Better get going.
You don't know
We'll handle things from here. Along.
No. Anyone seen entering or leaving? Any strange... Excuse me, but do you know anything? Thank you for your
time. By the order of the Jarl. Stop right there.
Fight. Is someone there? No. Anyone seen entering or leaving? Any strange lights or unusual noises?
It's abandoned. And it's always been abandoned.
Don't even... Excuse me, but do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave? I'm with the Vigil of Stendar. We believe this house might have been used for Daedra worship, legal rites, and so forth. Thank you for your time.
I'm sorry. We're only interested in helping our patrons.
Oh, no, you don't!
I need to tend to.
By the gods, no.
Help! Someone!
Do something?
I have records I need to tend to.
I'm a busy man. Half this city... works for my family, and I have to keep them in line. Longvor may be the head of the family, but I'm the hands.
I'm married to Thonar Silverblood. Keep that in mind while you're speaking to me.
Guard might get nervous. A woman approaches with her... drawn.
Huh?
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors?
Wait. I know you.
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots. Good job.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Heard the reform. The Dawn? God, vampire hunters or something. In the old fort near 15.
Get away from me.
Might consider joining up myself.
What do you need, my thing?
What? I need to ask you. Good. Glad we By order of the Jarl, stop right there. All right, but you just watch yourself. Next time, I might not be so lenient. Huh?
Oh. If it's about the Hall of the Dead, no, you can't. When there.
You're here to see the yard.
Protect you.
No sudden moves. Understand?
Oh, no, you don't.
Arcade protection.
Look, I'm very busy, so this better be important.
You here to... The Jarl? No sudden moves, understand?
What are you doing here? The excavation site is closed. I don't need any more workers or guards. Nisuan Zell? The ruins underneath Markarth? The wealth of artifacts that I've based 2 human lifetimes of research on? You idiot! Do you even know who I am? The most recognized scholar on the Dwemer in all of Tamriel. And you people keep bothering me. I'm sorry, I got too excited. I'm in the middle of some very stressful work, and I shouldn't have yelled. How can I help you? Then you were well informed. I am at this very moment on the cusp of completing my magnum. I'm calling it Calselmo's Guide to the Falmer Tongue. It will revolutionize the way we understand those ancient beings. Preposterous! That research represents years of personal toil in some of the most dangerous Dwemer ruins in Skyrim. You must be mad to think I'd allow anyone to see it before it's completed. Very well. Perhaps when my research is complete, I'll feel more comfortable discussing my findings with you.
What a waste. There must be a dozen men up there. Yeah. Calselmo called in it. You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? Smart woman. Now, come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods, and you'll be free to go. After...
Die, dog.
What a waste. There must be a dozen men up there. Yeah. Calselmo called in his entire expedition team. Said he needed every man he could get.
Wow. Would you look at that?
Better them than us. We lost 3 good men to the traps up there. And for what? Just to see another damn spider clanking around? Well, at least this post is safe enough. Come on, let's get back to work. You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your...
work must not be disturbed. Kill any intruders on sight. Call for backup if you need it. Let no one through.
Hey, watch it!
What's the hurry?
What was that?
A fight.
I'll kill you!
What's the hurry?
What do you think this is?
Huh? In here?
What was that?
Is someone there? Back up!
Back up!
Is someone there?
Close!
Your money.
Oh.
Guard might get nervous. A woman approaches with a weapon. Wait. I know you.
Oh.
The mages don't let us go into college. They said it's not safe in there.
Huh?
We haven't...
Your life is...
Hey, watch what you're doing!
We haven't much time for discussion, but what did you need?
Your life is...
Hey, what?
I bring death!
We haven't much time for discussion, but...
Come!
My money!
We haven't much time for discussion, but what did you need?
Was there something else? I suppose it would be inappropriate of me to ask how you obtained this, so I simply won't. A rubbing, eh? Odd. I expected notes. I understand. Now, let me take a good look at this. Over here, please. This is intriguing, but highly disturbing. It appears that Gallus had suspicions about Mercer Frey's allegiance to the Guild for months.
Shh. Listen to Enther. We can't afford to miss a single detail.
An unduly lavish lifestyle replete with spending vast amounts of gold on personal pleasures.
Does the journal say where this wealth came from?
Yes. It seems certain that Mercer had been removing funds from the Guild's treasury without anyone's knowledge.
Anything else, Enther? Anything about the Nightingales?
Yes, here it is. The last few pages seem to describe the failure of the Nightingales, although it doesn't go into great detail. Gallus also repeatedly mentions his strong belief that Mercer desecrated something known as the Twilight...
Shadows preserve us. So it's true.
I'm not familiar with the Twilight Sepulchre. What is it? What's Mercer Frey done?
I'm sorry, Enther. I can't say. All that matters is we deliver your translation to the Guild immediately. Farewell, Enther. Words can't express.
It's all right, Carlia. You don't have to say a word. Listen, all I want is the truth to be revealed to the Guild. They respected Carlia, and she does. If trying to rid yourself of stolen goods becomes a burden and you find yourself in Winterhold, visit me at the college. I've been known to handle items of questionable interest from time to time, and I'll see what I can do. If you have... Was there something else?
We must hasten to Riften. You've come this far, so I see no harm in concealing it any longer. The Twilight Sepulchre is the temple to Nocturnal. It's what the Nightingales are sworn to protect with their lives. Everything that represents Nocturnal's influence is contained within the walls of the Sepulchre. Now it seems Mercer's broken his oath with Nocturnal and defiled the very thing he swore to protect. I felt the same way when Gallus first revealed these things to me. I think given time you'll understand what I mean. As a Nightingale, I've been sworn to secrecy regarding the Sepulchre. I know the Guild doesn't do much to foster faith, but I'm going to have to ask that you continue to trust me. I'll make for Riften and scout the situation, see if I can discover what Mercer's up to. When you're ready, meet me at the Ragged Flagon. In the meantime, I wanted you to have this. It belonged to Gallus, but given the circumstances, I think he'd approve. If the Guild isn't willing to listen to reason, you might have to.
Taking me up on my offer, eh? Good. So did Delvin send you again, or... Usual Guild rate. Let's take a look at him. Give my regard. to taking procedural guild rate. Let's take a look at him. My regards to Carlisle. If you see her.
Heard reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire. Hunters or something. In the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
Sure, I'm a... Oh, thank you. Divine's bless your kind heart.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
Greetings, Honor. Friend, could I interest you in some fine jewelry?
Oh.
glad you're here. I think some of these people are beginning to suspect who I am. Are you ready to face the Guild? Keep your eyes open. I'm not sure what to expect when we enter the cistern.
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble.
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much to me.
The top.
You better have a damn good reason to be here with that murderer.
Please, lower your weapons so we can speak. I have proof that you've all been misled.
No tricks, Carlia, or I'll cut you down where you stand. Now what's this so-called proof you speak of?
I have Gallus's journal. I think you'll find its contents disturbing.
Let me see. No, it can't be. This can't be true. I've known Mercer too long.
It's true, Brynjolf. Every word. Mercer's been stealing from the Guild for years, right under your noses.
There's only one way to find out if what the lass says is true. Delvin, I'll need you to open the vault.
Wait just a blessed moment, Bryn. What's in that book? What did it say?
It says Mercer's been stealing from our vault for years. Gallus was looking into it before he was murdered.
How can Mercer open up a vault that needs 2 keys? It's impossible. Could he pick his way in?
That door has the best puzzle locks money can buy. There's no way it can be picked open.
You didn't need to pick the lock.
What's she on about?
Use your key on the vault, Delvin. We'll open it up and find out the truth.
I've used my key, but the vault's still locked up tighter than a drum. Now use yours.
'98. It's gone. Everything's gone. Get in here, all of you.
The gold, the jewels, it's all gone.
That son of a bitch! I'll kill him!
Vex, put it away, right now. We can't afford to lose our heads. We need to calm down and focus.
Do what he says, Vex. This ain't helping right now.
Fine. We do it your way. For now.
Delvin, Vex, watch the flagon. If you see Mercer, come tell me right away.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up. Am I right? Lying to my face isn't going to win you. On the other hand, see, so, if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs to help get the guild back on its
before I help you track Mercer down, I need to know what you learned from Carlia. I mean, everything. I feared that was the case. From that last entry in Gallus's diary, it looks like he was getting close to exposing Mercer to the Guild. Anything else? What? Nightingales? But I always assumed they were just a tale. A way to keep the young footpads in line. Was there anything else she told you? Trying to make Mercer look bad in front of Maven, eh? Clever lass. Was there anything else? Then I have an important task for you. I need you to break into Mercer's home and search for anything that could tell us where he's gone. Aye. A gift from the Blackbriars after they kicked the previous family out. Place called Riftweald Manor. He never stays there, just pays for the upkeep on it. Hired some lout by the name of Vold to guard the place. Be careful, lass. This is the last place in Skyrim I'd ever want to send you. Just find a way in, get the information and leave. And you have permission to kill anyone that stands in your way. Careful at Mercer's place. I don't want to lose anyone else in that madness.
I can't believe he emptied...
Huh?
Oh.
Thought I heard something.
Huh?
Is someone there?
the college. Is someone there?
I know I heard something.
Huh?
What was that? Huh?
Well, I guess I was just here.
I love a good fight.
Is someone there?
Help!
Hey, then
Is someone there?
Where are you?
I'll make it you right there.
Don't make me laugh.
Come on, show an old man.
I'm gonna kill you, see?
I'll have your head!
Think you can take me? Teach you to mess with me.
Oh.
We've scoured the town and I've spoken to every contact we have left. No sign of Mercer. Any luck on your end? Shore's beard. He's going after the eyes of the Falmer? That was Gallus's pet project. If he gets his hands on them, you can be certain he'll be gone for good and set up for life. Agreed. He's taken everything the guild has left, and to go after one of the last greatest heists is just an insult. I've spoken to Carlia and made amends for how the guilds treated her. Now she wishes to speak with both of us. Quickly, we have no time to lose. Until next we meet, lass. Not now, lass. Carlia said it was important.
I promise you, all your questions will be answered. You just have to trust me.
Not now, lass. Carlia said it was important.
Brynjolf, the time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen, the decision falls to you.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision. Mercer Frey tried to kill both of you. He betrayed the guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future. He needs to die.
We have to be very careful, Brynjolf. Mercer is a Nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
Then it's all true. Everything I heard in the stories. The Nightingales, their allegiance to Nocturnal, and the Twilight Sepulchre.
Yes. That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside of Riften, beyond the southeast gate, is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there.
Hey, don't... What the... Welcome. Allow me to recommend the Blackbriar Mead, the purest brew in all of Skyrim.
I'm glad you're here. This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey. If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way. This way, please.
So this is Nightingale Hall. I heard about this place when I joined the guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a myth was seeded within the guild on purpose. It helped divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong, Brynjolf? I can almost hear your brow furrowing.
I'm trying to understand why I'm here, lass. I'm no priest, and I'm certainly not religious. Why pick me?
This isn't about religion, Brynjolf. It's business. This is Nightingale Hall.
Wow. Would you look at that?
Uninitiated to set foot inside in over a century. Now, if you'll both proceed to the armory to don your Nightingale armor, we can begin the oath.
God's willing, we'll find a chest full of gold in one of these chambers.
You appear hesitant to don your Nightingale armor. What's troubling you?
Time to go on the road.
You appear hesitant to don your You appear hesitant to don your Nightingale armor. What's trouble? You.
So this is Nightingale Hall. I heard about it, but I never believed it existed. Here, lass. I'm no priest, and I'm certainly not religious. Why pick me?
Would it be foolish to stop for a while and light a fire? I suppose it would.
You're the first of the uninitiated to set foot inside in over a century.
What?
This is enough to make your head spin, eh?
You appear hesitant to don your Nightingale armor.
This is enough to make your head spin, eh? This is enough to make your head spin, eh? Okay, lass. We've got these get-ups on. Now what?
Beyond this gate is the first step in becoming a nightingale.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the honor.
God's willing, we'll find a chest full of gold.
That was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brignon. Nocturnal will allow you to become a nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulchre.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal? Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the western circle.
This is enough to make your head spin, eh?
We'll speak when the oath is complete.
At times like this, I truly appreciate the joys of a warm fire and a stiff drink.
I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal, Queen of Murk and Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Carlia. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Lose something, did we?
My lady, I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Carlia. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprised me, Carlia. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth, Your Grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until your conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Carlisle. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime. Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without 2 keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre, the skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal and, in essence, caused our luck to run dry. Well, yes, but the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, the potential becomes limitless. Although it would benefit the Guild more than you can imagine, in the end it would do more harm than good. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade. Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner. Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lass. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the Guild. Carlia and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the Guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves' Guild. I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead. Never desired it, never cared for it. Don't want it. Look, everyone in the Guild admires what you've done. Maybe they won't come out and simply tell you, but I promise you it's true. And now they know Mercer never genuinely cared about the Guild. He lacked the loyalty you obviously possess. I can't think of anyone better. Well, we have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation, so don't get sentimental on me now. Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, we have quite the task ahead. I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the dwarven ruins at Erkenthand. Carlia and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lass. This will be a fight to remember. Aye, and some of what Carlia said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers, but this goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Delvin kept calling it a curse, and we all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us.
What?
was that?
Seems like a ruin. Dwarven, I think.
Picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
What?
You can't hide.
There you are.
What you gonna do?
You won't leave Skyrim alive!
Mercer's been here. I hope we aren't too late. Brynjolf and I found them like that. Mercer's doing. We have to catch up to him before it's too late. We should tread carefully. I wouldn't be surprised if he's left behind a few surprises for us.
Aye. There will be blood today. I can promise you that.
Wait a moment. What's that? It's Mercer. Look, down there.
I'm on it, lass. Size of this place. Have you ever seen anything like it in your life, lass?
Can't say that I have. Imagine the riches hidden within these walls. Be careful. There's no telling what lurks within these walls. What was that?
Your fate is sealed!
He's here, and he hasn't seen us yet. Brynjolf, watch the door.
Aye, lass. Nothing's getting by me.
Climb down that ledge. See if you can...
Carlia, when will you learn you can't get the drop on me? When Brynjolf brought you before me, I could feel a sudden shift in the wind. And at that moment, I knew it would end with one of us at the end of a blade. What's Carlia been filling your head with? Tales of thieves with honor? Oaths ripe with falsehoods and broken promises? Nocturnal doesn't care about you, the key, or anything having to do with the guild. Revenge, is it? Have you learned nothing from your time with us? When will you open your eyes and realize how little my actions differ from yours? Both of us lie, cheat, and steal to further our own end. It's clear you'll never see the skeleton key as I do, as an instrument of limitless wealth. Instead, you've chosen to fall over your own foolish code. Then the die is cast, and once again my blade will taste nightingale blood. Carlia, I'll deal with you after I rid myself of your irksome companions. In the meantime, perhaps you would Brynjolf. Should get better acquainted. Can't hide from
What's
me.
happening? I can't stop myself.
Let's get out of here.
No luck there, lass. Something must have fallen on the other side of the door because it isn't moving.
Have to find another way out of here before the place fills with water.
Sorry, lass.
Oh.
I've got important things to do.
I can't
we'll
believe
speak
it's
another
over.
time.
25 years in exile, and just like that, it's done. All that remains is to ensure the safe return of the skeleton key. I'm afraid it's not that simple. When the skeleton key was stolen from the Twilight Sepulchre, our access to the inner sanctum was removed. The only way to bring it back will be through the Pilgrim's Path. It wasn't created for the Nightingales. It was created to test those who wish to serve Nocturnal in other ways. As a consequence, I have no knowledge of what you'll be facing. Brynjolf is needed back at the Thieves' Guild to keep order while you're away. And I can't bear to face Nocturnal after my failure to protect the key. I'm afraid you'll have to face the end of your journey alone. Take this with you. I'm not certain if it will help within the walls of the Sepulchre, but I certainly don't need it as much as you. I've had this bow almost my entire life, and it's never let me down. I hope it brings you the same luck.
Sorry, lass. I've got important things to do. We'll speak another time.
God might get nervous. A woman approaches with a weapon drawn.
What's the hurry?
What?
You there, please, you have to help me. I was attacked by a vampire. Do you have a potion or something that can cure this before I turn? Here, I'll show you on your map so you can stay away. Please, if you can help me, let me know or get out of my way so I can try to find a priest. Then get out of my way. I have to get to a town and find a priest.
I don't recognize you, but I sense that you're one of us. Who are you? The last of the Nightingale Sentinels, I'm afraid. I've defended the Sepulchre alone for what seems like an eternity. We were betrayed by one of our own kind. In fact, I'm to blame for what's happened here. I was blinded. Blinded by dark treachery masquerading as friendship. Perhaps if I had been more vigilant, then Mercer Frey wouldn't have lured me to my fate and stolen the skeleton key. I haven't heard that name in a long time. How do you know of me? The key! You have the skeleton key! I never thought I'd see it again. And Mercer Frey? Then it's over, and my death wasn't in vain. I owe you a great deal, Nightingale. That's quite a noble sentiment for someone in in your line of work. My only regret is that you had to undertake this task alone. Carlia? She's still alive? I feared she'd befallen the same fate, ending up a victim of Mercer's betrayal. Nothing would bring me more pride than to return the key, but I'm afraid it's impossible. From the moment I arrived here, I felt myself, dying. The Sepulchre isn't merely a temple or a vault to house the key. Within these walls is the Ebonmere, a conduit to Nocturnal's realm of Everglow. When Mercer stole the key, that conduit closed, severely limiting our ties to her. I'm afraid so. I'm weakening, and I can feel myself slipping away. The years without restoration of my power have taken their toll. Whatever damage has been caused can only be corrected by following the pilgrim's path to the Ebonmere and replacing the key. Good luck, Nightingale. Mortal fool! No one hides from the dead! No! I sense. Mortal fool! No one hides.
do we have here? It's been a number of years since I've set foot on your world. Or perhaps it's been moments. One tends to lose track. So, once again, the key has been stolen, and a champion returns it to the sepulchre. Now that the Ebonmere has been restored, you stand before me awaiting your accolades. A pat on your head, a kiss on your cheek. What you fail to realize is your actions were expected and represent nothing more than the fulfillment of your agreement. Don't mistake my tone for displeasure. After all, you've obediently performed your duties to the letter. But we both know this has little to do with honor and oaths and loyalty. It's about the reward, the prize. Fear not. You'll have your trinkets, your desire for power, your hunger for flee from the Ebonmere mortal. For this is where the agent of Nocturnal is born. The oath has been struck, the die has been cast, and your fate awaits you in the Everglow. Farewell, Nightingale. See to it the key stays this time, won't you?
I'm glad you were able to bring the key back safely. Nocturnal I wouldn't take that to heart. Think of her as a scolding mother continually pushing you harder to be successful, outwardly sounding angry, but silently content. I assure you, had she been displeased with you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. The circles at the base of the Ebonmere imbue you with powers befitting a Nightingale agent. The crescent moon represents the agent of shadow, the half moon for the agent of subterfuge, and the full moon for the agent of strife. This is Nocturnal's way of maintaining balance. If you ever feel the need to change your abilities, you can return to the sepulchre and step onto a different circle. Be warned that once you've chosen, you can't reselect for at least a day. Now, your life as a Nightingale begins. Should the need arise, you'll be summoned to the sepulchre in order to defend it. The Guild has welcomed me back with open arms. I feel like a void in my life has finally been filled. I only hope that this isn't an ending to things, but actually the beginning. Why, perhaps the greatest crime spree Skyrim's ever known. There are pockets brimming with coin and coffers overflowing with riches ripe for the picking. We may be Nightingales, but in our hearts we're still thieves, and we're damn good at what we do. This agent of strife can send forth a tendril of pure darkness into the heart of another, causing great injury to them. At the same time, this tether will bolster the agent's own life force, making him stronger. The agent of subterfuge utilizes shadow to cloud the judgment of those around him. By weaving the darkness to their will, this agent can manipulate others into fighting for the Nightingale for a limited time. Choose your path, and your journey will be complete.
Carlia?
Gallus! I feared I would never see you again. I was afraid you'd become like the others.
If it were not for the actions of this Nightingale, your fears would have come true. She honors us all.
What will you do now, my love?
Nocturnal calls me to the Everglow. My contract has been fulfilled.
Will I ever see you again?
When your debt to Nocturnal has been paid, we'll embrace once again.
Farewell, Gallus. Eyes open. Walk with the shadows.
Goodbye, Carlyle.
Yes, Nightingale? What is it? Oh well.